Good to have you here. Who is here with me today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. Thank you for joining. Please, as soon as you join, let me know where you're watching me from. Let me know where you're watching me from. Thank you for joining. Sorry. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining me from. Thank you for joining. Please, as soon as you join, let me know where you're watching me from. Yep. So if you see me looking this way, I'm actually trying to set up my laptop. Where are my people? Where are my people? Thank you for joining. Thank you, guys. Let me know where you're watching me from. Yes, I'm live today again. Okay, if you can hear me, let me know in the comment section.
Yes, I'm live.
Okay, I think I'm audible enough. All right, thank you so much, guys. It has been a busy day for me today, so I don't know about you. It has been a busy day. Let me try to adjust this a bit. Need to push this forward. Okay. Yes, let me adjust it a bit. Yeah, it has been a busy day for me. Very busy. I've been trying to, like I said, I'm resuming officially on Monday, but in between, I just decided to relieve myself of some, like the dress you are seeing behind. I made it today. Do you like it? Is it beautiful? I love it. The style is so funny, but I love it. Yeah. So thank you for joining me this evening. If you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Uche Ifeanyi. And please, when you see me looking this way, I'm actually looking at my laptop. My laptop is this way, okay? So thank you so much for joining me, guys. Like I mentioned when I started my live some days back, I said in January, I'm going to be going live all through the day by the grace of God. I'll be going live. I'll be discussing and speaking with us as regards our business, or if you want to start up a YouTube channel. Okay, so but basically what I do on this channel is sewing tutorials, right? What I do is sewing tutorials. If you go through my channel, please, as soon as you join, give the video a thumbs up. So what I do basically is sewing tutorials mainly for beginners. And what I also do as Dopa Apparel, we are into ready to wear, we are into making of bubbles, making of kimonos, making of jumpsuits, making of palazzos and all other pants, and simple dresses like this that look so beautiful and gorgeous, right? So we don't corset, we don't do bridal, we don't do all that. So this is just our area of concentration. And the last time we spoke, I actually mentioned something about niching down. Okay, if you have in mind of starting up a YouTube channel, Some other thing you need to have in mind is that you need to niche down. Okay, you need to niche down. You need to know what exactly you want to do and remain focused. Now, for you to start up a YouTube channel, like I always mention, once you can see me, you can hear me, you already have a YouTube channel. So there is no rocket science. It's as simple as that. Once you can see me, once you can hear me, you already have a YouTube channel. Now, the next thing to do is, someone will begin to mention all the gadgets you need, all the whatever equipment and all that. Life is very simple, though. We are the one that is making it complicated. You have to start somewhere. If you are starting as an amateur, you are an amateur. You have to start somewhere, and before you can now graduate into being a professional. 1 minute, please. Before you can now move from being from being from being an amateur to a professional. 1 minute, please. All right, I'm here. Okay, so you need to start somewhere. Okay, when you give birth to a child, for instance, and the child now, from the first day you gave birth to that child, the child starts talking, the child starts walking, the child starts doing everything. As the parent, won't you be scared? Definitely you will be scared. Okay, definitely you will be scared. But it takes process, it takes time before all these things come to be. You don't just wake up and you know things begin to happen. Yeah, sometimes on the streets of YouTube you might be shocked that you are posting your video for the first time and your video is going viral same minute. But most times, when people are not really prepared before joining YouTube, when things like this happen, they find it very difficult to you know maintain their audience or sustain that progress. Do you understand? So like what I was saying before, that you don't have to like expect everything to happen fast or too fast or too sharp. There is process and there is time for everything. Okay, so that brings us to for you being patient, and whatever thing you want to do, it should be something that is sustainable, something that you can do even when the passion is not there, when the is something you, in fact, it's something you love doing. It's something that even when you are, they just wake you up from, if you are just coming directly for the money, although I know somehow we are all here for the money. But then if that is just why you just want to join and you are not patient enough, it will not be easy for you. It will not be easy at all. So the next thing you need to do is you just have to be patient. You see, on the streets of YouTube, you just have to be patient. You don't just wake up and expect everything to start working that way for you. No, you have to also understand that, just like I mentioned, that for a baby that was giving birth to today, that baby needs to take time before the baby starts eating, before the baby starts sitting up, before the baby starts crawling, walking and all that. Thank you for joining. Please let me know where you're joining me from, and don't fail to give this video a thumbs up. So you need to know that child needs to go through all those processes before, you can now say, okay, this child is grown, this child is an adult, this child. So but for a mother to give birth to a child and immediately the child starts talking, aside the nurses and the doctors and those around that will run away, even the mother that gave birth to that child, there's what we call in Nigerian broken English, the mother will pick race. The mother will pick race and she will run away. Okay, so what am I trying to say? I'm trying to make us understand that there are processes and there are timelines, and peradventure reverse becomes the case. Like I said, the child needs to teach, the child needs to do that. Peradventure it happens that as soon as that child was giving birth, the child start talking. Like you just posted one video casually and the thing just went viral. You just saw 3 million views and 2,000 subscribers. Fear not. So that is why you need to prepare yourself before you start. It's not something you just wake up and start, So you need to prepare yourself before you start. So what am I trying to say? So that when this thing happens, sorry, please, I'm trying to do something on my laptop. So that when this growth comes unexpectedly, you'll be able to handle it. I have seen, I'm a small YouTuber. I'm a small YouTuber, but I've seen a lot and lot of big YouTubers that when their video went viral, I know one of them, I can still remember that one vividly. I no longer see her videos. I don't know why. Anyway, I don't know why. So her video went viral and she kept on coming consistently, and at some point I no longer see her. I think I have to go through her channel to actually check if she's still posting. Peradventure YouTube is no longer recommending her videos to me, maybe because I don't watch it. But you see, so many people, when this kind of progress comes and they can't handle it again, the next thing is they are out of YouTube community. They are out of. So you have to know what you want to do, plan what you want to do, so that as soon as that growth occurs, you will be able to manage your audience. It's very important and it's very, very key. Thank you for joining. Let me know where you're watching me from, please. Thank you for joining. Let me know where you're watching me from. So, and don't fail to give my video a thumbs up. Thank you. So what am I trying to say in essence is, it's very easy to start up a YouTube channel, but then you have to prepare for it. Because though I gave an example with a baby, but then sometimes it might not work that way. You might not wait for all those processes and boom, your video will just go viral. So you need to be ready to. And whatever you want, there's something that's very important I want to talk about. I joined a live yesterday and a question was asked. Okay, someone was asking that she started a channel that was into I think vlogging, maybe vlogging or something. And all of a sudden she changed her channel from vlogging to prayer meeting. Take time. Take your time. Why are you confusing our brain? Why are you doing us like this? Why are you confusing our brain? You can't wake up and start, for instance, I can't wake up and start a sewing channel and all of a sudden the next morning I start leading everybody into prayer. It's not done that way. That means you are trying to confuse our brain. That means you are trying to confuse your audience. Now, this is it. If you have a particular thing that you want to do. For instance, I'm into sewing tutorials, and that is what I want to do. Okay, now you might say, oh, I'm into sewing tutorials, what am I talking about? I'm talking about those that want to start up a YouTube channel. We are still on the same, so sometimes you niche around. So what I'm doing now, I'm niching around my niche. Okay, I'm also talking to my subscribers that, are into sewing, that love sewing. Peradventure they want to start up a YouTube channel. Do you understand me now? So now the person was asking that, as a result of starting up that, what's it called, channel, as in changing her niche, she was not having, you know engagement anymore. Why will you have engagement? The reason why I subscribe to most channel on YouTube is because what interests me at that point, as I'm looking at you, and as you are, your video is going on, and what I see you say interests me, I click the subscribe button, hoping to come back to get more of what you are giving out. And all of a sudden you are leading us into prayer. I'm a Christian, I love prayer, but that's not why I followed you. There are people I would prefer to follow. Okay, there are people I love following. I know I'm following them for prayer. I know I'm following them for, we have so many platforms now where people go to pray. So just imagine all of a sudden, I don't know if I should mention name. Just imagine all of a sudden, we all know Pastor Jerry is very popular for morning prayers. All of a sudden, Pastor Jerry changes that prayer section and converts it to sewing. Maybe he has gone to learn, his headquarters, or what, is in, I think, where he started from. He started from Abia State, which is close to Aba. Maybe decides to go to Aba area market to go and learn part-time sewing, and at some point he can now sew very well. So he now said, oh, now that I have millions of people following me, let me change to sewing niche. And instead of him creating another platform or another channel, he decides to use same channel to start sewing tutorials. If he has 1 million, sorry please, I hope you can still hear me, or we are having network issues. If he has 1 million people that are following him, don't be surprised that at some point you will no longer see anybody. At some point you will not see anybody again. What am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? Whatever thing you are starting with, please continue. The only thing you are advised to do at some point is you can niche around. What do I mean by niching around? Niching around, this is it now. For instance, I'm into sewing tutorials. Sometimes when I go to the market to go and get some fabric or some sewing materials, I can decide to just, video various fabrics, video all some of these appliques, sewing materials and all that. I can just video and try to let people know where to get certain things and at what price they can also get them. So that is what it means to niche around. If you go through my channel, you can see sometimes I niche around still within my niche. I don't go outside of my niche, still within my niche. If I want to do market and vlogging, it will still be within materials, fabric, everything that still has to do with sewing. Okay, not not I'll start showing you tomatoes on this channel. No, if I decide to start doing tomatoes, pepper markets, right? I will just create another channel for that. There's another audience for that. So apparently, when you start a YouTube channel, whatever thing that you have started, please continue with that. Maybe in the future you now decide, oh, I want to do something else entirely. You can now look for another open another channel. You can have as many channels as possible. Do you understand? You can have as many channels as possible. Oh, I don't like my face being on the screen. I don't like people watching me. I don't like. You can do a faceless channel. Commentary, documentary, stuff like that. You can do something faceless. Yes, we have niches. One good thing about YouTube is this. You see, all telling you, there are so many creators on YouTube that when you go to their channel, you will learn how to carry out all these functions. You will learn how to do start up a faceless channel if you don't want your face to be on the screen. Okay, you will learn how to, you know, go about it. And for me, if you want to start up a YouTube channel, thank you for joining. Please let me know where you're watching me from. If you want to start up any of these channels, the first thing and the best thing that you will do is please watch more of people that work within your niche or within the niche that you're about to start. You know, most times people don't have mentors. That is why you see a lot of people at some point they begin to uh, I don't know, they begin to, what's the word now? So but it's good for someone to mentor you. It's good for you to learn from somebody. Now, before you become a lecturer or a teacher in the school, even if you have gone for, I don't know for other countries, but most times in Nigeria, even if you've gone for BSc and all that, they will still want you to go through teachers training college or something. Yeah. And there are some other degrees or something that you need to do for you to become a professional teacher. Okay, so that is to say, if you want to become a YouTuber, you need to watch other people's video, especially within the niche that you're about, you know, operating on, the niche you want to operate on. Or some people have made life very easy. Some people have made life very easy that you see people, what do they call it now? Master class. There are so many master class that you can, and they are very affordable. Some are 3,000 Nigerian naira, some are 5,000, some are 20,000, some are 25, some are 15, all sorts. You can just, you know, look out for a genuine one, subscribe to their master class, and make sure that whatever information you have there, you carry it out one after the other. That is how you'll be successful on your YouTube channel. Yeah. Now, somebody might ask, which one is faster? Which one grows faster? Which one? There is no one that doesn't grow faster. Like I used the analogy of a newborn baby, and I also said at the same time it might not work that way. You might go up with, well, um how will I put it? But you just discover that your video will just go viral. So it's not necessarily which of the niches. Yes, we have some niches. We have some niches that they are. Do you know what they call RPM and CPM? All these things, those are the things, if you want to know them, how much the company pays and how much pays you. That's the RPM and the CPM and all that. So if you want to know all this, There are so many tutorials on YouTube that will make you understand what each of these companies pay to YouTube and what YouTube pays to you. Okay? It's very important. Sorry, I said if you see me looking this way, I'm actually looking at my laptop. Okay? Thank you for joining. Let me know where you're watching me from. Thank you for joining. So, like I was saying, right? So you need to look out for all these kinds of video, and it will really help you. It will go a long way to help you. But I've also come to discover something. I actually joined a master class. I actually joined a master class sometime on YouTube. I joined a master class. And at the end of that master class, do you know what I discovered? Everything that tutor taught us, listen again. I joined a master class. For instance, the master class is all about how to grow your business with AI in 2026. So I paid and joined for the master class. So at the end of the day, at the end of the class, do you know what I discovered? Everything that tutor taught us was on YouTube for free. Probably I wasn't patient enough, or I don't have that time to start digging for the information, or I was not asking YouTube the right question. I was not using the right prompt. Every single thing was on YouTube. So, before you join any masterclass, make sure to do your research very well, so that whatever information, whatever class you're applying for will be for really an upgrade. Yes, there are some things you might not see here on YouTube, but the basic knowledge that you need to have about your business, about YouTube, how YouTube works and everything is on the platform for free. So you need to take your time to look for those information. You need to take your time to look out for those information. Now you see people cashing out on YouTube. Yes, people are cashing out on YouTube, but then a lot of work must be done. A lot of work must be done. Oof, excuse me, you have to put in so much effort. At some point, some people have turned YouTube to their 9 to 5, and it's paying them big time. Some people have taken it so serious. They've spent a lot posting videos, buying datas, going for different upgrades, trying to meet up with whatever they are doing, subscribing to various apps for them to edit their videos and all that. So really, 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 you have to look for a way to up your game when it comes to YouTube in 2026. And there are so many features. You have to read up. You have to watch up, whichever one. There are so many features that we have now on YouTube, and it's so beneficiary to small creators like us, especially when you are trying or you are struggling to meet up with the threshold, the 4,000 watch time hour, and the 4,000 watch time hour, and the 1,000 subscriber count. Okay, so you really need to really need to up your game. There are so many features, so many. That is why I said you have to read up or watch up, whichever one. So there are so many features that is favorable to new YouTubers or small YouTubers. So again, something else I would like to share with us. 1 minute, please. Something else I would like to share with us is this: you don't have to keep posting and posting. I will do it today. You procrastinate, I will do it tomorrow. You just have to start it now. Okay, I talked about gadgets initially. Okay, now some people will tell you that you need ring light, you need a very good phone, iPhone, you don't need all that. Amateur, start like amateur. When you get to that threshold of professional, amamo, we will know. So you need to start up with whatever you have. See, as a fashion designer, can you see now what I have? Can you see that dress? That dress is very beautiful. In fact, I love that dress. Initially, when my clients brought this style, I was laughing. But at the end of the day, this dress looks so beautiful. Can you see it on the mannequin? So, as a fashion designer, an upcoming fashion designer, even if you are still learning, you are still under someone learning, I will advise you, you start up a channel, you start posting your work. Okay, you don't want YouTube, we have Instagram, we have Facebook. You are there watching trending stories. You are watching Yul Edochie and Judy Austin and me. You are watching Pastor Chris Okafor. You are watching all the trending news in this 2026. You are burning your data for. You just have to concentrate. You just have to know, for you to subscribe to your network for data, you need to make money from that data. Me, any data. In fact, data became expensive, that any data I am you know putting on my phone, it must be used for business. I'm not saying you will not play around. Sometimes we play around so that we also know the happenings and know when they ask us to start running, that where we are staying is not safe. I understand all that. But if you are this type that wakes up in the morning and from morning till night you are on social media reading all the gists, if they ask you anything about this person you can say it, if they ask you about one celebrity you can say virtually everything, there's a problem. Because in this 2026 we need to make money with our data. And it's so beautiful that starting up this YouTube channel is so beautiful that AI has even made it very simple and easy. AI, that is another tool that can help you. So it's not about I don't know what to do, I don't know where to start. What AI needs is the right prompt and the right, just key in the right information and you will get the right thing. So I don't know how to use AI. How can I use it? My dear, this same YouTube will teach you. This same YouTube will teach you. Like I explained before, I said there are so many things that you they teach you in all this upgrade and master class that you can get on the street of YouTube. If you shine your eyes very well, you will see it. You might not see all, but the basic you will see. So now, I don't know how to use AI. At this present age, you are complaining you don't know how to use AI, you don't know how to use this app, you don't know. and YouTube is there looking at you. So many tutorials, so many teachings on this YouTube and street that will give you all the detailed information you need about a particular niche or whatever. ah I don't know how to edit. Oh, when I finish, who will help me to edit? I don't have money to pay someone that will edit. Why will you pay someone to edit for you when you are just starting? Oh, I'm sorry, except the fonts. If you have the fonts, it's okay. But if you're just starting on a low, we have CapCut. We have so many apps that are free. They have the free version and the paid version. So for the basic, the free version can serve you. And if you don't know how to use it, just type on YouTube how to make use of whatever app you want to use, and you will see so many videos that will pop up, the ones that will give you an insight to what you are looking for. So this is not an era where you say, I can't do it, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to start. No, every information you need is out there. This is an era, this is an age of information. Okay, take for instance, as a fashion designer, someone brings a style to me that I don't know anything about. Probably it's within my niche, because like I told us from the beginning, fashion world is very big. So I in particular, Dopa Apparel, I have niched down. I've niched down to free dresses, boo-boos, kimonos, palazzos and all that. I don't do corset, I don't do bridal, I don't do all that. Okay, so within my niche, someone gets me something to make and I have not made it before. The first thing I need to do is either the person sends me a picture or the person sends me a video, okay, of what they want. So when looking at the video or the picture, you already know the kind of fabric. Of course, as a designer, you should know the type of fabric that is on that picture. Now, the next thing for you to do is to carefully watch that video or the picture. Carefully analyze it, carefully. And at the end of the day, I don't know how to start cutting this cloth. My dear, go to the streets of YouTube. You are gonna see a video. Thank you for joining. Please give the video a thumbs up. Thank you for joining. Go to the street of YouTube. You are gonna see a video that will teach you how to make that dress. But then you have to be careful. You have to be careful. Let me explain something that happened to me one day. There's this particular style that someone brought and I wanted to make it. So I looked at the style, very simple style, but a bit technical. Do you know what I did? When I analyzed it, and a friend was like, don't cut directly on this fabric. It's either you cut on paper or you try it out with lining. Lining are sold for 500. Probably I'll just buy 4 yards of lining and try it out with my size and put it on and see if it's actually giving what is expected. But do you know what? I said no, that this tutorial I watched has given me what I wanted. My dear, I went ahead to cut the main fabric, and at the end of the day the outcome was 0/100. I felt so bad. Immediately I saw the outcome, I know this was not giving what was sent to me. I quickly had to go and replace that fabric immediately. Even till tomorrow, the owner doesn't know that such thing happened. I quickly went to get another fabric. I had to now understand where the mistake was coming from. I saw the tutorial on YouTube and I followed accordingly. and the outcome was zero. So I had to do it the other way around, and I got it perfectly. In fact, I got a hug for that particular dress the day I sent it out, and I think 2 weeks later I met with a client. Immediately she saw me, because she's on the big side, she gave me a very big hug. That this is the first time that someone can actually get this particular, because she likes wearing something like that, this particular design for her. And I felt so happy. But when she left, I was like, this woman don't know what I went through. I paid what we call in Yoruba language in Nigeria gbese. I paid gbese. So in as much as you learn from people's video and all that, you also need to be very careful. You have to sieve the information, and sieve it very well. Okay, most times in our sewing niche, most times some of these designers, when they put out tutorial there, maybe after 2 days or so, or some weeks, maybe someone has asked question or something, they will come back to pin a comment, and they will tell you, oh, there is a mistake, you are not supposed to do 3 inches, please do it 3.5. That they actually did 3 inches and the outcome was not nice. Those are people that have value. Those are people that know what they are doing. Okay, so but some of them will not come back to say that. You will just follow their process and everything will just be a flop. So apparently what I'm trying to say is there's nothing you cannot achieve, only if you are ready to seek, to dig in and get information from YouTube, Facebook, whichever, but mainly YouTube, mainly on YouTube. Now if you're in the sewing niche, I just explained something now, that someone might give you a particular style. Don't go and collect corset and you want to use somebody's clothes to try corsets through YouTube tutorial. I did not say that though. I'm just saying for some kind of simple, things that. And there's this advice I like giving new people that are just starting, maybe people that are just starting, beginners in this fashion niche, beginners. Now most times, look out for tutors on YouTube that, for instance, this is what they have. For instance, if this is what they have on their thumbnail, you know what thumbnail is? The picture. Okay, so if this is what they have on their thumbnail, exactly this fabric, and when they are about cutting the clothes, you are seeing the same fabric. Okay, those are the kind of people I like following. That is me. It's just an advice. You can take it, you can leave it. So I should be able to see the person putting it on at the end of the day, or maybe on mannequin or something, and there are some things I will just look out for. I can just screenshot and zoom, try to understand. And there are some people, when you follow over time, you understand that okay, these people, they know what they are doing. The number of the subscribers should not entice you. I'm speaking out of experience. I have paid gbese. You know, the number of subscribers they have should not be what will attract you. What should attract you mainly is, watch out for those that whatever they have on their thumbnail is what they are cutting on their table. Sometimes they might just pick up AI pictures or other people's pictures. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's all of them. It's just a suggestion. Okay? They will just pick up other people's pictures and they'll put it on their thumbnail. Okay? And you see them cutting another fabric. At the end of the day, they might just wear it on mannequin and all that. So the picture you now have in mind is that one we are seeing on the thumbnail. And by the time the tutorial is over, you decide to work with that same tutorial. Sometimes the outcome is totally different. I also have a friend that had same example. This was a jumpsuit, okay? She was trying to make a jumpsuit. You know, most times our jumpsuits have half cut here. So she's trying to make this jumpsuit that doesn't have half cut. So she said she saw a particular tutorial and she, in fact, the measurement the person was using was her perfect measurement. So she followed everything word for word. Jumpsuit oh, she said thank God that she wanted to make it for herself first. Jumpsuit. At the end of the day, after making that jumpsuit, on her body it was like what's this thing that overall all this overall that all these technicians or engineering guys used to wear. It was just looking like overall on her body. In fact, I was looking for laugh. I didn't see that day. So you need to be careful. You need to be careful, very, very careful who you follow on YouTube. And you know, if you are trying a particular style for the first time and you are seeing the tutorial on YouTube, with your experience, you should be able to know if this person is actually going the right route or not. And you also be careful not to cut directly on people's fabric. You can use your paper, you can pattern draft, or you look for like lining that is also cheap to cut out and do all that. So you just have to be careful, right? You just have to be careful. So I think what else, please, if you are joining me, someone is watching me, please let me know where you're watching from. So what else when it comes to YouTube in 2026? There are a lot of niches, and I'll keep saying it, there is space for everybody. When I mean there is space for everybody, before I joined YouTube, people have been doing sewing tutorials and they have a lot of subscribers. When I joined YouTube, people also subscribed to my channel to watch my tutorials, and I have views too, and likes and comments, they keep coming gradually. That is to say that the space is not, there is space for everybody. It's wide, big enough for everyone to fly. Okay? There is so much space for everybody. Now, what you have to do is to make sure that you are on the right track or path. Don't deviate. So if you want to deviate when it comes to YouTube, please look for another niche. Look for another channel. Peradventure, you want to move from sewing to praying, please open another channel. Or you want to move from sewing to market tomato pepper vlog, please open another channel. Because the people that subscribe to your channel, they subscribe because of the sewing tutorials, and that is what they want. That is why they subscribe to your channel. So now, if you now start showing them, I don't know, can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? Is my, can you still hear me? Okay. Okay, I'm back. So if you start a sewing channel and at some point you now deviate to prayer meeting or something else, Most of your subscribers will unsubscribe. And something else on the street of YouTube that you also need to understand is this: consistency. I'm also talking to myself. Consistency. You need to be consistent. You need to be consistent. You need to show up. Even if it's once a week, you need to show up so that your subscribers will know that you are still there. Okay? You need to show up at least every week. We have people that they post their videos daily, fortnightly, weekly, and all that. Some can even go as far as posting 3 to 4 videos every day. It's not easy. Me, sometimes I post once a week, sometimes twice a week. The little strength I have to edit and do other things, and you know, it's not always easy. But one thing you should know is this. Okay? One thing you should know is this. Once you keep your mind to it, once you make up your mind that this is what you want to do, definitely, definitely, you will scale through. Definitely, you will achieve it. You need to put your mind to it. Thank you for joining. Please let me know where you're watching me from. Thank you for joining. You definitely need to put your mind to it. If you want to make it, you need to put your mind to it. Is it easy? It's never easy. I was listening to a YouTuber this evening before I went live, and she was saying something about opening a channel a few months back. She has been a YouTuber. In fact, she's a big YouTuber, so she opened another channel for a faceless content. And like she's mentioned, she said, she just opened the channel a few months back, let's say sometime in November. And she has like 1.9 subscribers. And she has so many views, thousands of views. But she said during December period, it was not easy for her to post videos. Everything was just tricky. So her mental health and sanity was more important to her. So what she did was just to put a hold. Okay? So she put a hold on posting or editing videos. And she said the next time she posted videos, she was saying 12, maybe 70 something views, 30 views or something. Because it took her a long while before she posted again. Okay, so, and apparently her views began to drop. Was it in November or so that she opened the channel? I can't remember. The view began to drop, drop that. In fact, she began to feel discouraged. So we have to be consistent. If you really want to go into this business, it's a business, you have to be consistent. And aside being consistent, people tell you post, keep posting. Yes, it's good to post, but what are you posting? Are you posting trash or you're posting value? You need to post value. You don't have to do quantity without quality. If you are doing quantity, let it also have quality. Do you get? You should also have quality, because it's that quality, aside the consistency, is that quality that will make people coming back. That is what will make people to continue to come back to watch your videos. So at this point, um, I'll soon be wrapping up, probably in the next 15 minutes. I'll be wrapping up. So consistency is okay, but you have to be giving out value. When I mean value, I mean something that people will watch and they want to watch again. Now, take for instance, in the sewing niche, we have people coming up every day. That's why I said my channel is mainly for beginners, because my tutorials are beginners friendly. So there are some things I don't do on my channel. So if you have made up your mind, for instance, let me digress a bit. If you have made up your mind, for instance, that you want to go the sewing route, now, like I said, my own is beginners friendly, my tutorials are beginners friendly. When I post how to make a kimono jacket for beginners, we have 1001 people learning how to make clothes every day. And I remember there was at a point, yes, kimono is something very simple, and but I remember there was a point when I was struggling with kimono when I just started. Okay, I made a kimono, and later on I saw another way that I will make it and the finishing will be so nice. Later on I saw that there's another tutorial where they used lining to, sew every, you will not see any stitch inside. Different ways of making that particular kimono. So what am I trying to say? In as much as my channel is beginners friendly, and I put out a video there how to make a kimono, you will see that, don't say to yourself that, after all these big YouTubers, they've already dropped that how to make kimono. When people search on YouTube, it's their channel. It doesn't make. You will be shocked if you have the right keywords. That is why your title must be searchable. Your description, your thumbnail, these three things must be on point. Your title, your thumbnail, what is thumbnail? Then your description. Your description should have, the every. Why you make, okay, for instance, if you write as title, how to make a kimono jacket, beginners friendly, DIY, that is do it yourself, you'll be shocked that that's how to make, because people usually click on how to make, how to cut and sew, how to, okay, especially if you're in this niche, how to you will not see somebody that will just write, for instance, my my channel name is Dopa Apparel. You will not see someone that will just write, on the, what's it called now, the title, person will just write, for instance, now I named this dress Dopa Lux Chinko dress. Okay, because I think it was a Chinko woman that was putting it on. So I'll not go to, I actually made a tutorial for this. I'll be posting it sometime, maybe next week or this weekend on my channel. So now I will not go to my channel and go and put a title as Dopa Lux Chinko dress. Rather, I'll write how to make, to get a classic, trendy. You look for something with both, canoe neckline, whatever sleeve. You try as much as you can to just bring everything together and, make it catchy, short and catchy. But if you don't know how to do that, it will be a bit difficult for you to achieve whatever you want to achieve on the streets of YouTube. So, like I mentioned, the title, your description, and your thumbnail is very important. I'll be wrapping up in the next 10 minutes. I'm actually timing myself. Okay, if you see me looking this way, I'm actually looking at my laptop. Okay, I have 10 minutes to leave. So, make sure that you are well prepared before you start this journey. Now, don't forget there must be a niche. Try to niche down, niche around. Don't niche out. If you get that, if you have watched this video from the beginning, you understand what I mean by don't niche out. Niche around your niche. There must be a niche. You must have a mobile phone with data. Any Android phone, it's fine. If you don't have ring light, oh, please use the sunlight. Just set your phone in front of your window and make sure the light is coming this way. Use sunlight. Of course, you know that such videos, you will shoot them in the afternoon because in the night, everywhere will be dark. Now, aside that, here, there's something very important I also want to mention, but let me list out first. Then, aside the ring light or sunlight, whichever one you are, understand what you want to do. Get prepared because sometimes YouTube will surprise you. You are just posting video for the first time, it's just going viral. If you cannot control your audience, OT law, you have missed that opportunity. So you need to make sure that you are well prepared. Then we also talked about learning from other YouTubers. Watch more of the videos you would like to give out. So watch other channels, watch other people. I don't know, as I'm talking, I'll still be looking at this dress. I love the dress. So make sure that whatever channel, whatever niche you want to niche in, make sure to watch other people's video. Then it will help you and it will give you an edge over some other persons that will just wake up. Don't forget, the success can be, it can take time as well. It can be in processes. And so, and something again you need to understand, in as much as you're on the streets of YouTube trying to get information, trying to watch other people, what they do and all that, you also need to be careful. You also need to see whatever information you are getting. Some people will tell you 5 things you need to do to get 4,000 watch time hour now. Asi, asi, doesn't work like that. What you will do now. There was one I saw. What you will do to gain your 1,000 subscribers now. Okay, I clicked because then I was less than 1,000. I clicked because I want to know what I would do to get. That is what we are talking about title. Can you see that that title is very catchy and it attracted me? And when I was watching, they will not say it till almost the end of the video and you will watch to the end. Do you understand? So those are the tricks. Those are the so I actually watched to the end. Do you know what they said we should do? Sub for sub. That sub for sub, I don't see it as you don't have organic subscribers. Now sub for sub. I'm into sewing niche. You are into football niche. The other person is into maybe the person is talking about YouTube, and we have another person that is into lifestyle. So these people will subscribe to my channel. I will subscribe to their channel. Omo, I will post video, they will not watch. They will post video, I will not watch. You will just be seeing that you have thousands of subscribers, yet when it comes to your video, you have 2 views, 3 views, 5 views, 10 views, 100 views. Because the people that are your subscribers, they are not interested in what you are doing. They are just there to help you get the counts, and that's it. So, but when we talk about organic subscribers, organic subscribers are subscribers that they watched your video, they are interested in what you are giving out, and the next thing, they click subscribe because they want to come back and watch more of what you've posted. So that is why I said you must not move from sewing niche to start turning that channel into prayer meeting. I got piagi feel. I got piagi feel really. You need the strokes of the cane. How can you now change our brain from blue to black? Mbano. So, what am I trying to say? You have to understand most of these things about YouTube. E dey worry for head though. There is sleepless night too. You cannot just come and you just fold your leg and hand. Things will be happening to you on YouTube. Happening. YouTube is hard work, consistency, value. These are the things that will make that will keep you going on the street of YouTube. Otherwise, you will find it difficult though. You dey worry for head though. Some people used to cry. Oh. You need to understand, study YouTube before you just dive into it. When I started, do I even know what is what do they call that thing again? Strike. What strike is that? Oh, copyright strike, shadow ban. Do I even know all that? I pick music from anywhere, I put it on my video. I will even see them. I will even see what did they write. I've forgotten what they wrote then. Oh. I didn't even know. Oga was just busy posting video. I will take music from anywhere, music that has copyright. They okay, yes, they wrote copyrights on those videos. About 5 of my videos. Do I even know? Until someone saw it and said, the person was watching my channel with me that they mo why do you have copyright here? Copyright, copyright, copyright. That means you must have used somebody else's content, or you must have used somebody else's music unauthorized. So that was how we had to look for a way to, there's a way they used to remove it. But there are some that is very serious that, they will just give you that strike. Is either they bring down that video, or even if the video is getting views, whatever revenue that is coming there is going to the other. So you will not want to TLK and somebody else will, you will not want to suffer and somebody else will just be eating the benefits. So those are the things that you need to know. There are some certain languages, there are certain things that you can't say on YouTube. Okay, there are some certain things you can't say. There are certain kind of videos you cannot post. Okay, so these and many more are the things you need to know before you set up a YouTube channel. And I have 2 more minutes to go. Less than 2 more minutes, okay? I have just 1 minute to leave now. And I want to appreciate you guys. I want to appreciate every one of you that have joined me in this live today. And I hope you learned something. Thank you. You can still drop your comments. Let me know where you're watching me from. And don't fail to give my video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sticking to the end of this live session. Thank you so much. I love you guys. See you tomorrow by God's grace. Probably in the morning and evening, or in the evening. Okay, so we'll see again. We go again tomorrow. Thank you so much. I have just 15 seconds to leave, and I want to say a very big thank you To those that have been watching my videos, thank you for this joining my live session. See you in the next one. Bye bye.